I just know the guy criticizing you is black. I believe this fact is irrelevant to the conversation. What the fuck? Did y'all see that? It says black, like me. All right, what's going on? It's your boy MAKEOUTTEEJ and welcome to another video for today. Now today, hold on, I gotta fix my mic. Today we are reacting to Nova SEIKEN's response to Coach KAZAMA's response to Nova SEIKEN. That's what we're doing. We're starting to kind of get into the reactception, kind of like on some Cash Nasty Flight Reacts type shit. Hopefully we don't go 6 videos in and the fucking video quality is at like 144p. I think, well, yeah, it was yesterday. I don't know when exactly you guys are seeing this video, but I made a response to Coach KAZAMA's response. And to be honest with you, I think to sum up the video, most of it was BS, a whole bunch of hoopla. I mean, I'm sure he knows what hoopla is because of his little comedy skit to begin with, the Krabby Patty shit. I didn't even really notice until a while ago, but the last scene before his little edit was actually my video. I didn't even notice that. So hey, thank you, Coach KAZAMA, for putting me in the video. Even though you didn't directly address my points, I mean, but you know, I'll take what I can get. So today, Nova SEIKEN is responded because now he's thrown out the witch hunting, the witch hunt. I don't really know where that, like, where do you even come up with that witch hunting? The Salem witch trials, that shit was a long time ago, and you saying this is witch hunting? Do people even talk like that nowadays? But leave a like on the video, man. We're gonna get right into this. I'm not gonna yap, you know, too long. I am doing 12 days of Teach, so if you don't see me live on Twitch, don't worry, I'll be live this coming Monday on December 8th. All right, let's get to the video. All right, Mr. Nova SEIKEN,
after winning the King of Iron Fist Tournament 8, Jin KAZAMA decided to ball the f out.
You know, people would say I should be upset, right? But actually, I feel relieved because it's like God giving me an opportunity for people to get to know the real me, you know?
I'm not gonna lie, Nova SEIKEN, you sound like a villain, bro. Like a straight up villain.
Say about me, but me, the real me.
The real me. Hold on, I'm gonna switch to another scene real quick, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna do it over here.
It's me again, Nova, the edgy karate guy.
What's up, Nova?
Your Tekken buddy. And here we go again. So, apparently, after my response video, Coach KAZAMA is trying to stain my name. I didn't realize
he put low life named Nova SEIKEN. Damn, he called this man a low life. Golly.
By painting me as a malicious person who is doing my project out of hate, and that I'm leading a quote-unquote mob of racists, mind you, to spread hate in the Tekken community.
Oh my gosh, I missed that part. Hey, I actually had a shout out to Lexi. She actually let me know that Nova SEIKEN, of course, didn't say that. I didn't watch the full video because I had a lot to cover in that day. But of course, Nova SEIKEN's not gonna send people to be fucking racist, bro. And to be honest with you, it's not that huge of a deal. I'm sure there was like somebody said in the comments, there was like some racist comments. You're always going to have those people that are just like, you know, they got the itch to get a reason to be fucking racist or hateful to people, right? So yeah, I bet there are some people over there that did that, and that, you know, is not the right thing to do. But I mean, to say it was to that extent, I mean, only he can judge and say. But honestly, man, like I said, you should have just kept your fucking mouth shut.
I want to say a message.
And here he
directly
is
to Nova SEIKEN.
again doing it.
You
so let's see what Nova says now.
Yourself and your community. The amount of deplorable, disgusting, and racist comments that I've had to filter through in my messages and my YouTube comment section is ridiculous. I've had to stop looking through the filtered comments at this point for my own mental health.
This is some like, this is like a play from 2000, like the DMB Nation type. Like, does anybody remember DMB Nation? Y'all remember them? Damien and Bianca. Y'all remember them? This is some Damien Bianca type of PR response. Like, this is some old Pretty Boy Fredo type shit. Like this, that's the kind of energy I'm getting, bro. Like this BS, old, tiresome, like, bro. Like I said, at this point, it just happens, bro.
Health because of your toxic community that encourages witch hunting and bullying. These comments are so bad, this video would get age restricted if I showed you what I had to filter. This is the community
but you showed off all the times where people were coming in and stroking your cock, though.
You created. So give yourself a pat on the back for creating this community that hates others.
This hurts. I mean, this is a really serious accusation. So I will use the only platform I have, my channel, to defend myself. Turns out I have the evidence to prove I'm not this hateful, vile person Coach KAZAMA is making me out to be. First of all, I want you, Coach KAZAMA, to know that I, Nova SEIKEN, personally, feel bad about what happened to you.
Hey,
Granted,
look, that's me. Hey, that's me. And that's Ray. Hey, round of applause for us, man. Round of applause for us. Wow, man. That's crazy to see myself up there with Fenty, Mike Hollow, and then you got MAKEOUTTEEJ. You got Ray over here. Whose video is this down
I do
here?
not represent
I don't know whose video this is.
all players, but I personally do
D
not
all the way
like the
G.
fact that
I think that's Fighting GM, bro. That's crazy. Whose video is this right here?
tons of
I think this is Joe Buttons, but yeah, bro. Hey man, we're going somewhere with
content creators made videos specifically directed to attack you. That is not what I envisioned, and I never wished for that at any moment. In fact, I have proof of that.
Yeah,
Now
okay.
you will get to know me. My response video
Yeah, well, I mean, come on. What do we expect, Nova? Come on now. I mean, you know I'm gonna go in there and get the clicks. You know I'm gonna get the clicks. You feel me? Hey, just how he wanna farm. Like I said, I believe he's doing this just to farm engagement and get more notoriety to his little coaching sessions. I feel like that's what he's trying to do. I feel like he's trying to milk this and drag this for as long as he can, because it's like he talking about, oh, I'm being bullied. It's like, bro, if you just shut the fuck up.
Hey, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. Don't say nothing.
But I understand he wants to defend himself, you know what I mean? And to be honest with you, I know I come off like aggressive and just like completely dismissive to this guy, Coach KAZAMA, but he did have some points where Nova SEIKEN was speaking abstractly or incorrectly and stuff like that, and he was kind of like nitpicking what he was saying, dancing around the points, but he did start cooking towards like you know, well, I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying not to be biased, but goddamn.
to you was released in November 14. When I made my response video to you, Finn went to talk to me, and he expressed the intent to make a video about you. November 15. This is what I had to say.
Ah, man, don't go this route. Don't attack his gameplay. I don't think it's all right to do that. People are already attacking him on this regard. I don't think it's all right. I just focus on data, on the game mechanics in of itself. The only reason I suggested you not to go scorched earth with this guy is because ultimately my goal is constructive in nature. I'm not out to harm people, you know? I'm really not out to harm people. You above everyone else must know that. You know, we started as somehow intellectual enemies and now we're good friends. I'm not out to harm people. And to be honest with you, the only reason I felt like, no, I have to step up, I have to take action, is because he forced the interactions. Man, you just don't do that, you know? That was the reason I took action. It forced me into taking action.
But then
I'm sure. Look, man, Noble SEIKEN. I understand. Maybe he doesn't think he's really trying to engage and just kind of. I feel like he's kind of like leeching off of him. I don't think he realizes what's going on here. At least from what I look. Just because this is my opinion on what's going on doesn't make it true. But look, man, I'm just calling it like how I see it.
Finn voiced his reasons. I mean, he's more community focused than I am. So ultimately, I respected his decision. And later, the aftermath.
Man, about Coach KAZAMA, people dogpile on the guy. Like, they completely eviscerated the guy. And it wasn't even my intention. My intention was to defend my claims, to establish truth. And also, ultimately, my main objective, what I wanted, is that people were able to see how flawed Tekken 8 is. The design philosophy behind Tekken 8. But people prefer to focus on Coach KAZAMA being a scammer, being a fraud. They prefer to focus on the more petty aspects of this discussion, you know? They started dogpiling on the guy. They smelled blood in the water, you know? And like sharks, they started eviscerating the guy like crazy.
Well, let me tell you something. Let me tell you how it works over here. I'm not talking no FGC. I'm talking strictly MAKEOUTTEEJ and how this works. When I see something, right? When I see something online and I want to cover it, I'm going to cover it. There is always going to be a ripple effect You know what I mean? And the things that's crazy is, Nova, I get what you're saying, and I believe you. I see your intentions is genuine, but I don't remember seeing anything come out where Nova Seiken apologized to the people that went to fight in GM, the people that went to main man Sui. You know what I mean? It's just this guy that he's trying to, like, you know, hey man, I wasn't even trying to do this and stuff like that. And maybe it just didn't fit the, you know, wasn't needed. But it's like, when you make these videos in specific about content creators, I'll be honest with you, these are the videos where people are going to click. Because sometimes the thing that kind of stirred up your video was that Fighting GM reacted to it. Now the original video of that he reacted to that you posted on your channel was a very well orchestrated video, and it's very instructive, very informative and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's just how it works, man. Once another content creator picks it up, now you're kind of like blending communities. When you have a lot of people that just cover drama and stuff like that in Tekken, it's not always like a malicious thing, you know what I mean? Some people will just like to see an opinion of another's and share their opinion on it. Sometimes in this case, where people do unethical practices, you know, people will end up having a lot of the same opinions. Now, it's kind of fucked up, you know, if you, in any community, when people is like on that unethical money trail or scammer, damn near scammer trail, yeah, it's gonna get messy, man. But that's it. That's not for you to worry about. And he went out there, he opened his mouth, and now he wants to say that we're bullying, and then he just continues to make himself look like a fool. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it's better to just get these things out in the open. Make aware of these people, man. Do your research before you go and spend money or give money to anybody that's a coach, and not just Coach Kazama, anybody. If you feel as though it's not a valuable investment for you to invest in that coach or whatever product you're using, do your research. Like, if you go on Amazon and you get a fucking product, my wife will tell me this: go down and look at the reviews. I'm notorious for not looking at reviews, and then I get the shit and it's ass. Luckily, Amazon's very good at returns, but other shit's not. Like, your time, your money for coaching, you ain't getting no refund for that. You know what I mean? So it's like $250, $500 down the drain, man. That's a lot of money. I mean, for a lot of us middle class people, especially in 2025, man. So it's like, that's something that needs to be talked about. And I know you probably didn't intend for it, but it is what it is. And now look at him. He's calling you a fucking racist.
And you see, I know that I even shouldn't, because after all, the guy attacked me, right? And he forced the interactions to make me look bad, to make me lose my credibility by forging interactions. But in any case, I kind of feel bad for the guy, because his reputation is completely ruined. And when you commit a mistake, I mean, people are deserving of redemption, you know? When you commit a mistake, people are deserving of second chances.
Also, in the aftermath, another friend came to talk to me.
I understand that. He must be having a real hard time right now. Imagine your face splattered all across the internet with the captions, scammer, fraud, and so on. I mean, it is not cool. It is not all right. He must be having a real hard time. He must be having trouble sleeping even.
He says, yeah, people really underestimate this kind of stuff. I can't imagine how bad it was with main man Sui. I remember all the comments and such, it got bad. Who's he talking about in this? Because I don't want to say any names. But here's the thing, man. That is his bed to lay in. You know what I mean? I'm not like saying, yeah, let's mob him. Because to be honest with you, for most of the content creators, the stuff they were saying was fair. It was a fair criticism. And I'm not going to bite my tongue because this guy did wrong. The thing is, now he made the response video making excuses. And in that video, he didn't even talk about any of the money things or anything like that. Now, if that's the prices he wants to charge, he can charge them. But it's like, that's what people are really focused on. They're focused on the prices you're charging and the misinformation that you're giving, the amount of misinformation that we're seeing. That's what the problem is.
And there's more. I'll let the spectator decide what to make of it. Judge it for yourself. I mean, this totally looks like a guy who leads a mob to spread hate and racism in the Tekken community, right?
Many people smelled blood and went to eviscerate the guy instead of discussing about the flaws of Tekken 8 that led to this mad discussion to begin with. The thing is, man, we're so far into Tekken 8, I feel like we know what the fuck's wrong with it. He made that video about you, man, and I understand wanting to defend yourself, but like I said, I feel like he's playing into the game, bro. I didn't have to pause it. Okay. All right, that makes sense. Wow, okay, there's a lot of articles to read here. Hey, Nova, I actually like watching Coach KAZAMA and truly learn many things about Asuka. None of us are perfect. He should just own up to his mistake, but people pay for whomever they want to learn and play. It's probably the way he sells and talks to people that makes them connect. Hey, Nova, I saw a comment. Oh, God. Man, this is a lot of reading for someone like me. Pause the video and I'll oh, man. He wants this to be completely focused on just the game itself, like separate Coach KAZAMA from the game. And this is where a lot of people were saying, oh, like with the fighting GM and Main Man Suite, like that video, where they were completely misinterpreting what the video was about. Now, you have to understand when you make content, it's subjective for anybody to perceive it and take whatever they can from it and tell you, like, what did I see from this video? If you were to say, okay, well, give me your rundown of this video. If you were to like give me like a quick summary of this video and what you think this video was about. And if you get different opinions from each viewer or each consumer, you can't say, no, you didn't perceive it right. You didn't perceive it right. You can only put out the content and people can receive it however they feel. And if that's what they feel they got out of it, or they have a critique about this, I mean, that's the thing of content creation, man. Anybody can take anything from any video, you know what I mean? They can't just say, oh, this is what I'm supposed to receive from this video, and if I'm not understanding what he's saying, then you know what I mean? Like, everything's subjective, man. So if that's what they took from it, that's what they took from it. And if they feel as though that's an important talking point to talk about the gameplay, yeah, I mean, to each his own, you know what I mean? What the fuck? I just know the guy criticizing you is black. I believe this fact is irrelevant to the conversation. Who the fuck? What comment? Who did he talk about in this video? What the fuck? It said black. Did y'all see that? Y'all see that? It says black. It says black. Like me. Yeah, Tekken is supposed to connect people. Yeah, connect fucking fists to asses.
You should be more careful when accusing people. It's really hard to get rid of the stain of such an accusation. I will give you an example. I have a long-time feud with the Main Man Sui because of tons of misinformation he propagated in the past and in the present, including running PR for Namco.
Wow, that's a lot of fucking videos.
Advocating for the anti-skill gap abomination that is Tekken 8 design. Because of the differences we have, and because I proved him wrong countless times in the past, his massive following, who by the way displays rabid, cult-like behavior.
What the fuck?
They organize to mass hate and disenfranchise my channel everywhere I go. They try to make sure my content cannot get any traction anywhere outside of my own platform, a platform I managed to create through lots of effort. Because if it was up to them, if they had the power, even my own channel would be banned. Guess what? Despite all that, I never blamed him for what has been going on ever since. Never. Not even once. Because I understand, as a creator, as a public figure, you have no control over the actions of other individuals. Even people who in their minds believe they are doing this in your name, but they aren't. You can't be held responsible for the bad actions of other individuals that you have no control of. Of course, the main man could have apologized for what happened, but he didn't. He never did. But life goes on. I still never held him responsible for what happened. But we will always have a hard time seeing eye to eye because of that. And life goes on. Tekken aside, I wish him all the best in his life. But what makes it even worse is that you are accusing someone who does not personally approve what happened to you. Even though you see me as the culprit, the evil force who unleashed a wave of creators to dogpile on you. The people who called you a scammer, as in a business scammer or things of this nature, have nothing to do with me. I never accused you of scamming people. Other creators did. Finn knows this. People can ask him if I'm lying or not. I didn't even know you offered coaching services. To begin with, I didn't go looking for you. By quote-unquote Coach KAZAMA, I assumed the term coach referred to your YouTube content and the tutorials teaching people how to play the KAZAMAs. It didn't even cross my mind you actually offered services, because I didn't go looking for that.
Yeah, I remember that. I didn't see any of that from Nova SEIKEN. Hey, good thing we looked, man, because we have to let people know this motherfucker's charging a lot.
Couldn't care less about it. My only concern is with the mechanical state of Tekken 8, not people. What you are or what you do doesn't really concern me. I just wanted to defend my claims and myself. You attacked me, not the other way around. You jumped on the fighting GM bandwagon to attack me, not the other way around.
Yeah, like, bro, that's what I'm saying. He's digging himself, like, he is digging himself a hole, and he doesn't even fucking, I hope he realizes it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Nova, I think, I believe he's just doing it to do it for notoriety. I deadass believe that's what it is, man, because any sensible person would understand that they're fucking themselves over, bro.
So, when you forced interactions, when you made up move notations that do not exist, and came up with wrong frame data
He might have rage
multiple
baited
times,
you, bro.
I had to respond for the sake of establishing truth. You can't forge an interaction to forcibly prove a point, because that will be leading people into error. And I cannot have that.
That's the point. You know what I mean? That's why we're on his ass, Nova. That's why we're on his ass. Because he's misleading people to make a point when he's incorrect. Like, okay, so what if he's in a coaching session, right? And like I said, there's plenty of people that feel as though they've learned a lot, right? Say he's in a coaching session and he's teaching you just false shit because he's too prideful and he don't, you know what I mean? He don't want to say, okay, now you won't be like, oh yeah, I was wrong like 5, 6, 7, 8 damn times in the same video. God damn, the video was only 20 minutes. You're supposed to be an expert on the game, but you making 6, 7, 8 different mistakes.
The fact that you called me a low-level scrub or whatever is irrelevant to me. I couldn't care less.
I want to see his rank.
But the moment you forge interactions is the moment we have a problem. And speaking of which, apparently you are accusing me of being a quote-unquote hard-stuck blue
let's get to it. Let's see.
Right? I'm not one to brag about it. I rarely bring this up unless people ask. This is me on Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Okay. See, now Nova. We ain't talking about Tekken Tag Tournament 2. He played it. Oh shit. He played this December 1st. God damn, this nigga played it 2 days ago. What? When did he make this? This nigga played it yesterday. God damn. He is playing
This
that
is
old.
me on Tekken 7. And I started Tekken 7 on 2022 because I did not have a PS4 before that. I was way behind everyone else, and I was able to catch up with everyone else. Since you're so obsessed with ranks and titles, let me ask you, Coach KAZAMA, what were you on Tekken 7, man? I mean, when ranks actually meant at least something.
Whoa, Nova. Where is...
And there's a difference between you and me. I never use my ranks as credentials because I see that as petty. I don't like to undermine people based on ranks. Then you asked, how come he never got GOD?
Okay.
Dude, I don't play Tekken 8 ranked. I barely play this game. I only play this game for 2 reasons. 1, because I have friends who play Tekken 8 and want me to play with them. 2, in my understanding, I have a debt to the people that made it possible for me to even play this game. People from this channel financially contributed in order for me to get a PS5, and they asked for Tekken 8 content, which I was only able to provide through PS4.
Wait, this nigga's Fuji?
Share play in the beginning. In my country, acquiring a PS5 is not that simple. It's the equivalent of 4 minimum wages. So I feel indebted to the people that made it possible. They asked for Tekken 8 content, and I intend to honor this request.
Hey, I feel that, bro.
I
That's
produce
real shit.
technique tutorials, defensive drills, etc. You claimed I'm a quote-unquote hard-stuck blue rank, but you're wrong. Technically, I'm not blue rank. I'm a beginner in Tekken 8. The ranks you see in my videos are not mine. I often play with friends' accounts, and that is also one of the reasons I censor the IDs, because that can lead to confusion and misunderstanding when my friends get to play with their own accounts, so I want to save them the hassle. But you know who's not a beginner and
Every single player on this clip is GOD. Okay, I see what you're saying.
not a blue rank? The people that actually play with me. My Tekken friends are either GOD, GOD1, GOD2, or GOD3. They actually play and grind ranked, unlike me, who is a Tekken 8 beginner scrub. Unlike me, who doesn't see a point in it. And they are much better than you, bro. So much better than you as Tekken players. This is my personal perspective. Tekken 8 ranks are absolutely meaningless. The game barely has a competitive integrity as it currently stands. And I'm much more interested to invest my time in actually proving this than grinding ranks in a game I currently
Imagine they run the first to 10 and this nigga Coach Kazama loses to a fucking beginner.
despise
You know
the
what I
state
mean?
it is in. Did it
That's
ever cross
crazy.
your mind? I don't like the state of Tekken.
It's crazy though. I didn't. Hey, listen. I'll be honest. I didn't expect a nigga to be Fujin. I didn't expect that. Like or beginner. This nigga's not in blue rank. He's a beginner. Golly.
Did it ever cross your mind? I actually despise what they did to my franchise. Why would I bother spending my time stressing myself in a monkey casino environment?
That's why he talk about everything in Tekken. Okay, he might be stuck in the old days. He might be. How we was saying, like Coach Kazama was saying, bro, get with the times. He's like, no, I ain't getting with the times. Damn.
Instead of focusing my efforts in trying to improve this game and make it closer to actual Tekken. Again, I have only 2 reasons to still play this game. Either friends invite me and I indulge. Only 2 reasons to still play this game. Either friends invite me and I indulge them for being my friends, or it's me honoring a request. I mean, your existence in of itself is the living proof Tekken 8 ranks are meaningless.
God damn. He said the reason that you are all the proof we need. You are all the proof we need that ranks don't mean shit. How do you feel? How would you feel? That's crazy. You are the example. You are the perfect example of why ranks don't mean shit, Coach Kazama. Because you got the rank. If you got the rank, then this clearly don't mean shit. I must be fucking ass then.
The reason you flaunt your rank everywhere you go as a credential is precisely because Tekken 8 is the only way you would possibly achieve a rank that is at least 8 ranks above your actual skill level.
Damn.
What a lack of self-awareness, man.
Damn.
Since you were petty enough to attack me on matters of skill level and ranks, it's such a shame we have connection issues. I have a friend from Texas and another friend from Italy. The connection is unplayable. It's such a shame, bro. Because I'm a beginner in Tekken 8. And this beginner would wash you in a set of matches. And I go further, bro. Without heat to rely on any other Tekken experience aside from Tekken 8. I'm fairly positive you're not getting a match out of me, bro. I'm sorry I've watched your footage.
We've got to run the fucking set. Run the fucking set. He talked about, oh, I don't want people to attack him and shit like that. Now he's just cooking this nigga. He said, fuck it. He took the gloves off.
Let's see. You don't KBD. Conclusively don't KBD. You mash the Kazama down 3+4 to get out of a problem at any cost, regardless of how minus you are. You mash the Kazama back 3 every time you whiff something as a flow chart. You mash the Kazama reversal at the slightest sight of trouble or doubt, since there are no chicken reversals in this game. You are completely reliant on the Kazama's ultra defensive crutches to play the game for you, man. I'm sorry, man.
Oh my
but your
gosh.
gameplay is no different than the everyday eternal ruler Asuka on Tekken.
Yo, that's what I was saying. Now it's so crazy. But Nova, you said you didn't want to. Nova, you said you didn't want to talk about his gameplay. Now I see his gameplay up here, Nova. What we talking about? His game, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta lock in because if he's getting, I don't know how much of it's the character and shit like that. You know what I mean? I don't like playing them little dumbass characters. I like playing honest characters like Dragunov. You know.
And 7 rank.
But I gotta get to the rank grind in 2026, bro.
There's only one difference. In this abomination of a game, you were also granted monkey, ultra offensive, super dimensioned, explosive 50-50 power by popping heat, which you completely rely on because you have no neutral and can't afford to play neutral.
Oh my god. He literally is just doing all the. Oh my fucking gosh. Yo, this dude, I didn't even see this.
7 rank.
This was in Finn-T's video. I did not see all this.
It's
This
no
is
different
actually
than
crazy.
the everyday eternal ruler
Like,
Asuka
I'm watching,
on
but
Tekken
I'm like,
7
damn,
ranked.
he's actually like
There's
mashing
only one
shit,
difference. In this abomination of a game, you were also granted
What do you teach?
Monk,
See, but this is what I'm talking about, Nova SEIKEN. What the fuck is he teaching people then?
ultra offensive, super dimensioned, explosive 50-50 power by popping heat, which you completely rely on because you have
now
no
he's just
neutral
popping heat.
and can't afford to play neutral. So, in Tekken 8,
my
you get ultra offensive power and the traditional
look at
KAZAMA
him.
ultra defensive crutches simultaneously because Tekken 8 design philosophy is an
still
abomination.
lost.
So you play a super boss character designed to play the game for you. Tekken 8 is the alien environment where you can try to keep up with players who are massively above your skill level. That is why you advocate so much for Tekken 8. You need Tekken 8 as it is.
He
You
loves
desperately
Asuka.
need.
Hey, bro, I need to see Asuka get heavily fucking nerfed in season 3. Am I praying on his downfall in season 3? No, come on, I'm not doing that. I don't want to see the guy get demoted back to fucking Tekken King. I don't want that. You know what I mean? But it's like, what happens if Miss KAZAMA gets fucking nerfed? What happens then? I'm not gonna lie, I would love to have this guy in the culture and see if he can get some games on us. You know what I mean? I'm sure we got a couple hitters that can beat him. I don't know Asuka that well, so I'm gonna shut the fuck up a little bit.
This could be big damage, not dead, but you are definitely in trouble, Fergus. Tries to sidestep two again. He picks it up, blocks the low, wrong punish, goes for the counter. Arslan doesn't bite. There's the heat burst. He's got a chance.
He had enough life to eat it, but not enough trade. But here we go, Fergus. He has gray health, a pixel and a prayer. Dashes on in, gets the mid option. Now this is gonna hurt a lot, Steve.
Three wall splat, big damage. The low, and that should do it. Arslan
Oh my gosh, bro. This ain't Tekken 8 in a nutshell, bro. Oh my god, that's crazy. He didn't really, like I said, he didn't really cover anything that Nova SEIKEN was like really focusing on. He was really just kind of like you said, deflecting, not really talking about anything, a whole bunch of bullshit, like we called it out live on stream. So my opinion pretty much is the same with a lot of other people's from what I'm seeing. I don't really know how many more videos I'm gonna be making of this, unless this dude comes out and just completely does something idiotic and stupid again. I think this should be it, man. I think we're done with this. I made 3 videos on this topic. This is the fucking repeat, man. I'm done with it, man. Y'all leave a like on the video. Let me know how you feel about Nova SEIKEN and this Coach KAZAMA drama. It was all brought on him by himself. That's how I feel, and I said that yesterday. Even though I feel what Nova's saying, he didn't want a whole bunch of people to attack him. I mean, it's just certain things that need to be talked about, and he even kind of proved the point because he continued to talk about his gameplay and misinformation and just like his skill level and stuff like that. So, I mean, he kind of like reiterated and validated our points of talking about his gameplay initially. So now he's kind of like, yeah, let's talk about it. You guys have a good one. Make sure you tell somebody you love them. Not to be like too morbid, but today's been kind of a weird day for me. One of my coworkers suddenly like passed away, which kind of like screwed me up a little bit because it was just completely out of nowhere. Like I was working with the guy just the other day and he passed away. Dude was in like his 30s, man, and we don't know exactly what it was or anything like that, and it's scary, man. So make sure you tell somebody you love them, man. Tomorrow's never promised. Enjoy each moment, live in the present, surround yourself with people that love you and make you laugh. And always just keep a smile on your face through life, man, because we never know when it's our time, man. So I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.